see you sweat. I know you like it when I kiss your neck.
Go.
On vacation.
Go, hun.
Hey, what it be, what it do, what it don't. Mom and Papa Taylor at it again, man. Welcome to the Black Seat. We back on the business, back on the talk, back on the social, back on the economy, back on the emotions, wellness, sickness, whatever it may be, we own that, you know what I'm saying? So today, we back on the Black Seat with the topic of mental health. Understanding mental health, mental wellness, as well as emotional wellness. You feel me? Because that's two different things, and you have to understand a little bit of both. Not a psychologist, not a doctor, none of that, but for myself and the things that I've been through and the things I go through, as well as what the wife do and what she does, you know what I'm saying? We're here to just have a conversation, dialogue, go back and forth, let y'all know a little bit of our space. Drop down in the comments below a little bit of your space. You know, let's heal together, because this is what it's about. Understanding each other, coping and helping each other, and just being here for each other, man. Welcome to the channel. We on the Black Seat, gang.
Welcome back, guys. And like Papa Taylor said, we so excited to be back on the Black Seat. It's been a minute. We've been MIA, missing in action, but we're back. So like you say, we're going to get ready to get into this mental health topic, because it is huge. Yeah. And it definitely needs to be addressed, because everybody deal with mental health issues, emotional. So just to be able to stay sane, there are things that you can do to help protect your mental.
Well, acceptance is the biggest key. Acceptance. Mm-hmm. Accepting who you are, what you've done, what you're going through. The biggest thing is accepting. You know, once you realize your ability to own up to what is causing this trauma, drama, and your life is always going to go back to acceptance. Like, you have to accept what's going on. So for me, I look at most of the situations I've been through. I've had to deal with, wrestle in my head to try to figure out, sleepless nights, and trying to, it was because I was trying to put it off on somebody else. But once I realized, I played a big role in it. I mean, a major role, probably the role. Once I accepted that, then I was able to deal with my circumstances a little bit differently. So for me, mental wellness is the ability to accept where you are, what you're doing, why you're doing it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to speak on mental on a different aspect, as far as people that may be dealing with bipolar, schizophrenia, all of those different things. And you don't have to be ashamed, because most of the time that runs in a family, is hereditary. So somebody, if you are dealing with that, somebody else in your family 9 times out of 10 probably has it, and you don't know that they have it. And a lot of people self-medicate by, you know, drinking alcohol, doing drugs, and all of that. So you don't have to, you know, be ashamed. I mean, you can get on the right medication that you need to be on, get a support system, get a group that you can go and talk to, the other people that's probably experiencing the same thing that you're experiencing. You don't have to be alone when you're dealing with that. And then I just think other family members, I'm talking to family members that have family members that are dealing with mental health issues, you got to be supportive and help them through it. Don't make them feel like the black sheep of the family or the outcast. Try to help them in any kind of way that you can so that they can get stable. If they need to be on medication, then help them, guide them. Don't break them down. Don't make them feel like they off, like something wrong with them, calling people weird. Like, we gotta take that out the narrative and be careful, of what you say and how you address people, because that could really mess with people's head.
Right.
And especially if they on medication, you can make them feel like something wrong. That's embarrassing to some people, and then they don't want folks to know that they have to take medication. But like I said, it's fine. We just got to be conscious of how you move around people, what you say, because it can have a long-term effect on an individual.
Correct. So basically, what we've just displayed to you guys is mental health in two different spaces. Your mental health can be for a normal person who is experiencing certain traumas and different things. And then there's a person who's really going through, who needs the medication, as she said. So some people need medication and some people don't, but I feel that we all need a little bit of therapy with just life issues, just life within itself. But people need to understand if it's a mental disorder or emotional. Sometimes people get it twisted. Sometimes it's just the emotions behind it. So learning how to successfully handle life situations and stuff that's going on in life, that's the emotional attached to the mental health. So it's two different things. So you might be saying, I'm having a mental breakdown, I'm this, that. It could be you're having an emotional breakdown, meaning life has came and it has suppressed you so far to the point where it's like you feel that you're going crazy. But when you just accept life and what's going on, then the burden becomes lighter because you accepted it, and now you can work on trying to fix it. Again, I'm not a doctor. I take life lessons that I've learned myself. I'm still going through. I'm still learning. No different than you are, but I understand mental and emotional suppression a little better now. You know what I'm saying? So drop down in the comments, like I said, if you're experiencing some emotional or mental disconnect, speaking about it, making the awareness of it, and then coping with it helps. So holding it in, bottling, like you put a Coke bottle and you keep the top on it and you put it in the sun, that pressure at some point just makes it explode, right? So take the cap off your life and the suppression goes away, because now there's no cap on you being able to heal yourself or heal with others. You know what I mean? The Black Seat today is merely a conversation of mental and emotional health. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys are taking care of yourself and your loved ones. Make sure you're telling each other you love each other. Show each other that you love each other. Everybody is in a state of financial gain or suppression, happiness, sad, like it's right now. Everything is everywhere. So you have to defrag your system, bring yourself back. Everybody try this. Bring yourself back. Just bring yourself back to reality. Accept where you are in life and deal with it, because your problems ain't no different than my problems. I might got bigger problems, or you might got bigger problems. We put a smile on it, but at the end of the day, Make sure you're aware of who you are, where you're going, and what you're trying to do. Put God first and work on everything else.
Because everybody, like he said, are dealing with issues, and how people wear it. You know, some people may show it on their face, and others, like he said, may not show it on their face, but it don't mean that they're not dealing with something. So it's just how you deal with it, how you handle situations. But everybody have issues and things that they go through. Nobody's life is perfect.
Right.
And so it's called a word called self-care. You have to figure out, okay, because if you're somebody that's always doing for everybody else, how can you be able to effectively care for other people if you're neglecting yourself and just always doing for everybody else? At some point in time, you're gonna have a mental breakdown. You won't be able to produce and be able to make good decisions because you're burnt out. It's a word called burnt out. So you have to take time, and like I said, especially if you're a couple or even if you're not a couple, sometimes you could just go to lunch, go somewhere to your favorite restaurant.
I wish you might go somewhere by yourself.
Several people do that. You could go to the
Where
movies.
you going by yourself?
Anywhere. You could go to the movies.
Where you going by yourself?
I sometimes will just I could go shopping or go do something that I enjoy.
If y'all kick Mama Taylor out by herself without me, call me.
I've been places without you.
Oh, wow.
Read you a book. Sometimes you have to do different things to get your mind. Do something that you enjoy doing. A hobby that you like doing to get your mind off of the daily stresses and things that you deal with on a regular. And I've shared it before in the past, especially if you have kids. When you're leaving from work and coming home, those are two different roles, because you may be a supervisor or whatever role that you play. So you got to switch back into mommy role. So you have to unwind yourself before you get home to be the mom and the wife. So
what about
sometimes,
the dad? Do you have to unwind the dad?
mean, yeah, to deal with your husband. So like I said,
whoa, whoa, that ain't what I just said. I just said you were just speaking about a woman. So I was saying, so the man come home from work.
I'm doing from my perspective. So what I used to do, I would turn the music off. And I would come home in silence, take the drive, so that I can get my mind to switch from this role to the other role, to become mommy role.
So you putting on. So you just put on at work and you put on at home.
No, it's not putting on. It's just that I wear this hat if when I'm at work and I have to do this. So then when I'm coming home, I'm winding down to get out of that mode.
Well,
and that's why they said try not to bring the work home, because you've left there, and if it was frustrating there, then you bring in the frustration home. So you got to be able to balance the two, and it got to be a cutoff somewhere.
So what if you're working at home?
Management. Oh, well, if you're working at home, they do suggest that you have an office, an home office or something. So when 5 o'clock or whatever your cutoff time, 4:30, close your little office and lock it up, close the door and walk out and leave the work there. And then you just resume back at whatever time you go back in, 8:30, 9, whatever. And then that's how you separate the two. If you're working from home. Yes.
Well, you could speak on that, because you do have a little office that you like to run into. So she runs into her little office a lot, and then she got the prayer call in the bathroom at 5 in the morning. So she basically got two offices that she using right now, occupying, that need to be on our taxes. Like we need to be. That room is your office, and the bathroom is your sanctuary. So we need tax write-offs, government, for both of those, because she wear them out. I might wake up in a lonely bed, and I could touch that side of the bed. It cold, like nobody ain't been there in 2 weeks. That's how long she be in that office.
And I want to tell young mothers if you have little ones,
What about young daddies?
Well,
You always thinking about women.
I'm not always. Whoever's raising the kids. If you have smaller children, parents, and I'm saying it like that.
There you go.
Make sure you try, if you can, put your children on a schedule, because that's how you can get you a little bit of relaxation and time for yourself if your children are on some type of schedule. So they should be able to go to bed. Y'all should have dinner scheduled at a certain time. Because like I said, whatever time you get off, schedule dinner at a certain time. Nap time. Time for them to go to sleep for nighttime. Bath time, nighttime for them to go to sleep. And then you need to be able to allow you at least 30 minutes so you can regroup before the next day, before you go back to sleep. And like I said, if that's just relaxing, doing a bubble bath, whatever, drinking you some wine, whatever you want to do, watch you a movie, whatever, you got to have some time for yourself. It can't be always about the kids and everybody else, and you never have any time for yourself. And then also with mental, I wanted to go back because I used the scenario with dealing with disorders, but another way that you could become mentally drained, if you're the go-to person where everybody come and dump all of their problems off on you, and man, you're listening to all of that, guys. You have to be able to control, yes, because you don't need all that toxicity in your life. You need to be able to, if sometimes it got to be a cutoff. If you have to just tell them, hey, I have to call you back. I got another call. I got to take this call. Whatever. Don't allow yourself to just get
take on everybody else's burden.
Yeah, because then you will find yourself getting depressed. If you sitting there listening, everybody want to call you and tell you this and that and that. And you could be having a good day, and then you'll find yourself upset or depressed because of all that you done heard.
But that goes back to emotional wellness. It's the emotions kicking in. You're listening to everybody else's problem, which is causing your emotions to decrease and become depressed. Guys, you have to understand mental and emotional well-being is key to thrive, function in everyday life. So if you want to function in a good way every day, you must understand your mental and emotional health. You gotta understand that's two different things. Some need medication and some need quality time to yourself. Depressed, no outside distractions, sounds, nothing. Just meditate, quiet space.
And you can command your day. When you get up in the morning, command your day how you want your day to go. And like I said, you don't have to accept all that. If you already know certain people call you with all that, when they call, you don't have to answer.
Right.
Because if you don't want your mood to be disrupted, because at some point you have to know that I don't have time. I want good vibes. I don't want negative vibes.
Right.
So you have to set the tone, and you have to know what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. So it starts with you, yes, and people only can do what you allow them to do to you.
Right.
So we're just sharing. Like you say, we're not doctors, psychologists, or anything, but it starts with you. And what you're going to allow, and what you're going to accept, and what you're going to receive. And like he said, guard your ear, eyes, and all. And that's the best way to put it.
Guys, thank y'all so much for watching and staying tuned in to another session of the Black Seat. We back in this thing, man. We'll be giving you more. Like I said before, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment. Leave a comment on things that you experienced and how you overcame them, because maybe somebody who's watching who loves to go to the comments, will take your advice on how to deal with it, because we are so similar in so many ways. Everybody think we're different, but we're so similar in so many ways. And everybody's going through something. We all go through something. So leave the comments down below, because it could touch and help somebody else with either a mental or emotional breakdown. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for watching. If you like this video, make sure you let us know that this is something else you want us to be doing. Gang. And we are
out.
Now I'm gonna tell you, if you ain't got no edges and you can't get your hair to grow and you're experiencing hair loss and you might even got dry itchy scalp, who you gonna trust to treat them roots? Intense Roots. Yeah, I said it. Intense Roots. www.intenseroots.com. Who you gonna trust, baby?
On the